So, boys,
yes.
it's time to make the decision.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Have we come up with something?
Are we yes or no? I mean,
I need an answer now.
an answer for what you're going to tell him, or an answer for what you want?
Both.
Okay, I think we are agreed that we will cross your palm with silver, Judas.
I like that name.
I thought you would.
Is that a new name?
We could call you Judas Smith if you like. But yes, we will. On one condition. When we're finished with our thing here today, we go for a quick trip to the existential film library, because you're pretty good at picking movies, so you can help us pick out some movies for next time.
Try.
Is that good?
Sound okay?
I like that idea.
Brilliant. Okay. In terms of what we're actually going to say to him, to Charlie, what do you think? I mean, is it a yay or a nay?
I'm going to say that it's a thank you, but no thank you.
We will quote from Geoffrey Rush.
I'm disinclined to acquiesce to your request.
I think that's what we're saying.
That sounds about right.
Fantastic. We're all set then. Let's roll VT and get this out of the way, and then we can get him on his merry way.
Yes.
I like libraries.
Maybe movies. Hello, welcome back to Maybe Movies. I'm Max.
I am Sam.
I'm Chris.
And we are up to our last show of the month. We are about to launch into the final act of Anton the Professional, and at the end of that we will be having a bit of a roundup and then casting our votes for which one we think should be our April Maybe Movie. Of course, on that note as well, please do check out our social media. There'll be links below to cast your vote for which of our two new theoretical films you think should win. And at the beginning of next month, we will announce the winner. Before we jump into our final act, our regular shout-out for today is going to be for, and if I'm pronouncing it right, it's for Minimikish. I think that's how it's right. You'll have to tell me. I'm sorry, buddy, if I've got it wrong. But this is the channel of our friend Michael Southgate.
Hey, buddy.
Who's a great local actor. He doesn't have a huge amount of content on his channel, but do check it out to get some examples of his work. And he's also a great follower as well. He's a great contributor to the channel. He always comments on stuff that we do, and he's always turns up. Thank you for all your support, buddy. Hopefully we will see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Act 3.
Act 3. Right.
The final conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm wondering if this is going to work.
It's got to end in a massacre.
I mean, I'm assuming that we still get all those little bits with the taxi and that, getting back in the cab and going.
Yeah.
But I don't think Anton is stupid enough to go back to the place where they were. This is the problem that I've got here. This is the biggest kind of breaking point that we've got, is the likelihood is that he's just going to leave the city.
All right. I see what you're saying. How about if we flipped the scene we had earlier on with Matilda following Stansfield, that Stansfield or one of his goons follows them out of the building. So it's like a turnaround.
Oh, so as they come out,
so
they
although
see
they
them...
are sensible and move, they are still followed back to where they go to.
I see. As they come out of the building, Stansfield is returning, sees them. Possibly, is it Mike? No, Lenny, is it? The other guy who almost shoots them when they're...
Oh, yes, Lenny, yes.
Yeah.
It's Lenny, yeah.
So when he's coming back with Lenny, he sees... Obviously, he spots Matilda.
Yeah.
Knows what the hell is she doing out of the building. She should be up in the office. Sees who's with her and sends Lenny to shadow them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, should we give...
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, solved the problem. Yep.
You did.
Ah, brilliant. All right. So we don't get the scene when Tony gets a visit then, because they don't need him.
So maybe then... Again, maybe we can flip that one on its head. It's Anton going... No. I was going to say, it's Anton going to see him to go and get his money so that they can then go and pack and leave. But then that negates the ending of the film where Matilda goes to Tony for the money. Doesn't need to, because she's already left him all of her money.
Yes.
20 grand in the flat.
Yes.
So so they would go straight back to the flat, because that's enough for them to get out of town. And also, I suppose, in Chigurh's head as well, he's got less 20 grand to be on the run with, and he's still got whatever cash that Tony's got for him, if he needs it at a later date.
Of course.
So, just talk myself out of my own idea.
Okay, brilliant. All right, that works.
Are you taking
So
a bit?
Tony does get a visit.
I don't think so.
No, okay.
I was going to say, could we have it? Anton goes to see him to get his money, but he doesn't need to because
Oh, I see what you're saying.
the money's already in the flat.
Okay,
and
so he
Matilda's
doesn't get a
left,
visit.
So yeah, no.
We miss all of that stuff. And this is where it all starts to kick off with the SWAT teams arriving.
Stanfield.
So if they're going back to the flat to grab their stuff and leave, if that's what we're saying,
Yeah.
it makes sense that they move in. Then how are we going to then get Matilda out of the flat to get captured by them? If they're going to just grab their stuff and go, okay, that might take a bit of time. But what's our reason for her going down to the shop?
That he sends her for some sort of supply they need for their road trip. Is my because movie.
Alright. Let's go with that.
Because they're going to leave, they're going to run away, they're going on a road trip. He wants her to get something that they're going to need to take with them.
Fair enough. Let's leave it arbitrary like that. It's best that I don't say anything.
Okay.
I was going to say, all of a sudden we just throw into the film that the Red Army are marching.
No, let's not.
Yeah.
let's not. Which sends her outside. We get the bit when she gets nabbed.
Mm-hmm.
As they ask her for the code, and everything starts to kick off. Once again, this is going to be different. It's not Anton's style to start swinging from rafters and...
I want to say, you get the bit where the guy knocks on the door. There's the wait. They open the door. First guy goes in. He's literally just by the side of the door. As the first guy comes in, straight through the head.
Pretty action-packed.
Yeah. I like it. Let's keep going. Let's keep moving.
They might have to do that slightly differently. Because again, if we want that bit where the first three guys goes in and then the door closes, and then you just get the shots from inside. So it could be he's elsewhere in the flat.
We could do both. We could do the bit when they walk through the door. We see what you just described with him doing the bolt through the head. The door slams shut.
So if we change it, so the first guy goes down the corridor, the other two come in flanking behind him.
And the last guy to go
Anton
the
comes
door.
out of the kitchen, having taken his boots off, as he does. So he
Yes.
so he doesn't make any noise. Walks up to the other guy behind him, shoots one of them, slams the door, and then you just hear with the shotgun on the other two from inside.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That works. Get everyone!
Everyone?
Yes, when the door opens, they're looking. There's about 2 or 3 guys looking down there, which is when he comes swinging down from on top. Chigurh's not going to do that, is he?
I
Do you
don't
think
know.
he's going
I
to
imagine
race?
that he comes from the side, boom, boom, and then steps to the other side.
Oh yeah.
So completely screws up the guys that were in the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, arrow to the knee and all that shit.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the guy sticks his head out the door or head round the corner, and this time it's the air compressor just to his head again.
Yeah, but he still gets to say he's right here.
Yeah. Is this time? Is he just going to kill that guy, or is he going to do the same as Leon and release the girl?
Yeah, it could be a simple case of release the girl.
We think that he's invested enough in her that he would.
Yeah. At this point, we have to accept a certain level of responsibility, I think.
Yeah, of course.
At least save Matilda.
Mm-hmm. Do we think that's going to be any different with that? Because obviously with the sprinkler system, or are we happy just to leave it in there as a bit of a set piece?
I like the set piece of it with the sprinklers going off and everything. It's nice. It's a great visual.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to lose it if we don't have to.
Yeah, I like it. Cinematic.
Good with that. What about then? So the next bit then, obviously, while they're in the flat, we're going to go with the same way: hole in the wall, lower her down.
This is where it starts to get extremely humpy because Chigurh is not self-sacrificing.
I mean, his plan. I mean, obviously, Leon's plan would have worked.
Yeah, it was a great plan.
But yeah, I don't know whether we want to go just down the same route and see if he does the same thing. I don't know if he would.
What do you think?
I don't know. It could just go. It can go either way. I was thinking the other way could be he does make it out there alive, but again, it's like in reference to the other film, his bone comes out, so he could walk out of that building with it.
I don't know. I think the actual the denouement between him and Stansfield. I think we'll come to that in a minute.
Should he die?
Well, I don't know yet. Let's deal with this bit first.
Would Anton A be clever enough and B self-sacrificing enough to do what Leon did? Is the question, and I'm not sure that he is.
No.
Does he have any grenade?
But instead of it being a sacrifice, someone could just kill Anton with a grenade. So it's the same impact that everybody dies.
I don't have a problem with him getting Matilda out of the building. the same way. It's what his actions are afterwards that I'm...
Oh, right. Well, the problem I have is whether he gets Matilda out of the building the same way.
Let's address one thing at a time.
You know, would he do that? I mean, in my head, there's a part of me that's thinking he's just going to give her another gun. You know, a big final standoff, you know.
I'd rather fight to the death than to save her.
He'd be trying to save her, but I just don't know if Anton would think
like a hero.
Like a hero to make the sacrifice play that Leon does.
So would he expect Matilda to stand there and fight her ground until she dies?
You want to be a cleaner?
See, this is where it all starts to unravel.
Yeah. Well, we could go then a slightly different way then.
Wait, no. I think this is a coin flip.
You think?
Whether he makes the sacrifice play or not.
Oh, okay.
That would work. Because the other way that I was going to suggest is that when we do the bit where he says send out the girl, they send her out, she runs around and hugs him and all that kind of thing. Boom, there's a gun, and they just take them all out there and then. Again, he's a sociopath. He will act instinctively. He's not a premeditator like a psychopath.
No.
So he's got the guy in front of him, she's come round, give her a gun, take this guy out, bring up with his shotgun and take out the other guys around the corner.
Right, okay.
So we just change that
lose
section.
all of that end bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, okay. So they managed to take out the SWAT guys before the reinforcements turn up with the
so
RPG.
They all, yes, exactly, yeah. So obviously, everybody's still downstairs, but at least they've got the floor to play with. Does that work?
I think that does work. We get a completely different ending. Because we're talking about the two of them picking off the SWAT as they come in to reinforce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did say it was going to be a completely different ending anyway.
We did, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And what do we say? Oh, we just got to... They try and fight their way out, and then it's a question of whether they make it or not. But it also shows that he's completely corrupted her as well, because he's just...
Yeah.
She has killed people.
Blatting away at cops.
Yes, now, when I was saying earlier on about her being traumatised, maybe this is where it comes into play, and she starts acting the way he does. Mm-hmm. And it's just a bloodbath.
Yeah, until they get taken out.
Yes, I have to admit, I think they would get taken out eventually.
Bonnie and
because
sort of ending.
You got snipers over the road.
I mean, they might get a lot further. They might get down a couple of floors, but eventually they're going to take a hail of bullets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what we're saying then, so does Stanfield walk away from this?
No, he could die. He could just be one of the people that just gets killed by either Leon.
Yeah, I think for the sake of the poetry of the story, we need to have him dead.
Yeah.
There needs to be some kind of victory.
Everybody needs to die.
Yeah. Everybody dies.
Maybe it's Matilda who goes, here, this is for you. It's a little boy's bunny. It's got a grenade inside it.
Yeah.
It's got to get a grenade in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to be. I like it.
Is
there an explosion then?
There's be an explosion in the building.
Which is the
bunny, yeah.
Yeah.
So the apartment blows up.
Sorry, just interesting, again, completely random bit of symmetry here. Because we started this show in April, beginning of the month was Easter, and we've ended it with a bang with a bang
with a bunny.
Yeah. Serendipity. I love it.
Isn't it wonderful?
I didn't mean to interrupt, Chris. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying building explodes.
Mm-hmm.
And that sort of brings us
basically, camera pans away to Sting's Shape of My Heart.
Yeah, so we don't get anything with the school. You maybe just get just an ending shot of Tony reading it in the paper.
Well, Sting goes, here's...
No, I can't use that, don't you?
No, not if I'm singing it differently.
He's singing like Cartman.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can still be done for it.
Really?
Yeah. Unfortunately. So there will just be... Yeah. I'll put some...
Or just
some
get rid
static.
of everything I just said.
No.
Oh.
No. They'll just be static. Giving myself more work to do. But yeah, that was it. That will be the end. So yeah, that's it.
There we have. And we've reached the end of the movie.
The moral of the story is... Don't ask a sociopath to help you out.
Pretty much.
It's a good lesson.
Yeah.
God, I think, for the first time ever, I've got 4.
I've got 4.
I've got 4.
We'll take a couple of seconds, collect our thoughts, and we'll be back with our votes. Who would like to go first?
All right. Yeah. Previous No Country for Professionals took a lot more finagling to get there, but I feel like the story we created with that one was tighter and had a stronger message. So I'm going to place my vote for No Country for Professionals.
You're right, absolutely. It did take a lot more wrangling, if you like, to get that one to work. But I think I'm going to vote for Anton.
Okay.
I think I just love the idea of putting that character in that situation. He works, yes, he has that loose cannon element in No Country for Old Men in the original movie, but he fulfills the role that he's supposed to play within the story.
Yeah.
This is properly taking him out of his element.
Okay.
And the idea of how he would react in those situations, I think what we've done with it for this stage of the development process is a setup enough for an interesting film.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I'm going for Anton.
I think I'm going to go for Anton the Professional.
Okay.
I just think I found that a lot more, I must say, pretty much an interesting concept. It was difficult putting Leon into that world of No Country for Old Men. It was just more of a serious action film, whereas I felt this was just a bit more unique. Again, I would pay to see that more.
Yes, exactly. And that's what we're, yeah.
I like that title now, Anton the Professional.
It does work, doesn't it? Fantastic. So that's 2-1 for Anton the Professional.
Leaving me in the minority.
So, as I say, you've got a little bit more time to get your votes in. So check out there'll be the pin post on our Twitter feed, on the Zadrum Twitter feed, I should say that. It will also be on my LinkedIn page, my Max Rudd LinkedIn page. Also on the Zadrum Patreon page as well. I will also be running it on the on the Zadrum Instagram story as well, which will probably, so that'll be up for 24 hours, which should already be up by the time this goes out. So yeah, cast your votes, and then at the beginning of May, you will discover who's the winner, who is the overall winner.
Indeed.
So we're done.
Yeah, I guess we are.
I mean,
What an exhausting journey.
it has been, hasn't it? So before we, before you head off on your errand, how much did you want anyway? You never actually said what you wanted.
Sugar.
You wanted sugar.
Actual sugar.
2 grams of sugar.
Fine. Come on then, let's go to the library first, and then we can sort out your sugar, and then you can go back and see Charlie and to let him know our decision.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Assume the position. Okay. And picture the shelves lined with DVDs. The musty smell of libraries, even though there isn't any books.
Oh, I hate that smell.
You there? Here we are.
Oh.
And then there's the stairs that lead to the special place. Sam?
Uh-huh.
Quick, grab him by the ears!
Hey!
No, down the stairs! Yeah.
Come on! No!
Right, close the door! Quick, grab something while you're here.
Yeah, got it!
You'll be fine, Chris. We'll be back for you after the coronation, okay? Then it doesn't matter, and we can keep our sugar. Do you think he'll forgive us?
I don't know. Fingers crossed, eh?
Yeah. He'll be alright. He's a sensible lad.
Yeah.
So, what did he come back with? I don't know what you've got, but it's going to be interesting.
Awesome choice.
Ba 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 ba.